And I say, no, I say, I do my food bucket list. Sorry. So don't come for me in the comments with like, ew, because I'll just smack you silly. Hey guys, hey, how are you? Today I was craving fettuccine, chicken fettuccine alfredo, and matzo sticks. So that's what I got. So this is their home garlic loaf, and this is their cheese sticks, and this is their fettuccine. 3:30, probably to wake up. I'm ahead of you this time. All right, so let's get to. You might see BB in the background. And doing his thing. Beauty pie.
Can you like shut up?
Oops. Beauty pie.
Can you like shut up?
When something tastes good, I tell you to shh. And this and that. So good. Chunk of grilled chicken. I don't really have anything to talk about today. On the 1st, I subscribed to a food subscription service, kind of like HelloFresh. $70 a week. They had a Good Friday sale, which was really good. It cost me like $25 for the week. I'm gonna cook with you, show you guys the meals. I haven't been for my blood work because I'm bad. The nurse called me from the lab or the thrombosis unit and was like, you didn't go for your blood work. I'm like, honestly, I'm just like so like traumatized from being used as a pincushion in the hospital. I had to take blood in my foot because I couldn't find my veins. Regardless, I have to go tomorrow and they're going to do the machine. I'm like, can I just come into the hospital tomorrow and you can do the INR machine on my finger so that I don't have to dig for a vein? And she's like, well, we only reserve that for like like emergencies, like, well, you're having surgery the next day and we need to check your INR. And it's like, well, I understand that, but I just had surgery.
And it's hard for me to make it to the lab. I can't drive yet and stuff like that. I don't feel very well to like leave. I'm afraid to go out. I'm just afraid, like, I don't know. Until the staples are out, I'm gonna be afraid, you know? And today, Black Friday. I'm giving you a Black Friday deal with this
Can you like shut up?
The novelty's gonna wear off. Good. And I feel bad because I hate being dependent on the help of somebody. I'm not saying there's anything wrong because some people don't have a choice. And like right now, I don't have a choice. Yeah, so I hate that feeling where it's like, you know.
Cannot eat any more food right now. So. Woo. Your food's on the counter, babe. Phoebe ordered, but what did you order? Oh, Chibujen? Okay. Do you want, can I show them what it looks like?
If the name doesn't fit. Yeah.
Do you want this Alfredo with chicken later or no? No way, he says. Wait. What's inside?
It's jollof rice.
I know, but is there fish in it or something?
Huh?
What's that?
The fish and the...
Oh, I want to show them that. Ooh. Yum. That looks good. Fish and vegetables and stuff. Should have had that instead. But I did this for a video because I already did a West African food. Yeah, that's a lot of food you'll have for a while, eh, babe?
What's today?
You're going to eat the whole thing today? What kind of vegetable is this? There's choux, carotte, poisson, and this is cassava?
Yeah.
Manioc?
No, this is navet.
Navet, okay.
I don't know how to call it.
Navet is turnip. Yeah, so people ask me if I'm doing Vlogmas. I'm not going to do Vlogmas I'm not going to say I'm doing Vlogmas, but I have a holiday intro and I'm going to do as many videos as I can for you guys. I do this for you guys.
Stop it. Get some help.
And yeah, YouTube's been a roller coaster for me. Emotionally, everything. And it's been a really big learning experience, and definitely had my ups and definitely had my downs. And I'm hoping that there's more ups to come. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Look at this beauty of a meal. Yum, yum. Let's get to. I don't really know how to eat crab. I can never get it. I'm awful with chopsticks. So if you're triggered by eating noises, I don't know if I'm going to burp or fart. I don't know. I'm going to try not to, okay? You might not want to watch this, okay? So don't come for me in the comments with like, ew, because I'll just smack you silly. Spicy crab maki, sushi. I have some steamed potatoes that have taken a potato bath. We have some Alaskan king crab legs, a butter bath for these bad boys. And I have some wakame salad, which is seaweed salad. I don't use chopsticks very often, so I'm going to try here and see. Are you supposed to hold chopsticks further up or down? All right, let's eat. Beauty bite. Beauty bite. I'm ordering a Yeti mic, so you'll be able to hear my jaw click in HD. 4K!
With 4K, we are taking another huge evolutionary step in resolution, giving better clarity, better picture sharpness, as well as enabling newer, larger format displays to look as good as those older displays looked with the lower resolution. So 4K is 3,840 pixels wide by 2,160 tall, giving it about 4 times the resolution of Full HD 1080p.
All right, guys, so I want to talk about something. I was watching a mukbanger. I'm bad with channel names, so I'll put it here. She's ripped. She eats like, she had like 5 Big Macs in one go. And she's so muscular. And she eats like more than I could ever eat. This girl works out, obviously, right? So I was thinking like what if I was like the first person to lose a mass amount of weight doing mukbangs? But that would take planning, dedication. But the only way these people are able to stay stacked while eating so much is because A, they don't eat like that all the time off camera. B, they work out a lot and plan their eating. Honestly, it excites me to think that I can eat like that as long as I stick to the other conditions.
Never gonna happen. Ever, ever, ever.
OMAD is a good method. I don't eat breakfast very often. I'm not hungry until like dinner time anyway. So I think it would be, I did try it before, but I think I was eating food I wasn't really enjoying. I mean, I think if I really put my mind to it, because I really want to keep doing mukbangs, and if I'm going to do them anyway, I may as well put some effort into, you know, trying to make it as healthy for myself as possible. Some people will say, well, a few people commented that they're food addicts and they don't understand how somebody with a food problem, with a food addiction, could stick to that, because once they have one of something that they like, a trigger food, they go off the rail. Well, every food is a trigger food. You know, I'd have to eat, the problem with that is I'd have to eliminate so many tasty things, because we're triggered by fat, sugar, salt, things that are palatable, and that's what we want to eat.
Do you ever feel like you just can't stop eating? Well, we all do. It's because our brains are wired to crave sugar and refined carbs, which makes you even hungrier. So let me help you with 9 tips to keep you from overeating, and none of them involve counting calories. You ready? Number 1, cut out the processed stuff and eat real whole foods. Number 2, eat breakfast. You need to eat breakfast. A recent study found that almost 3,000 people who lost an average of 70 pounds and kept it off for 6 years ate breakfast every day. And do not eat food at least 2 hours before going to bed. Eating food earlier in the day prevents you from overeating at night. Number 3, eat mindfully. Our stomach takes 20 minutes to tell the brain that we're full. So we tend to overeat when we eat too fast. Tip number 4, moderate or eliminate alcohol. Now here's number 5, become aware of trigger foods. One little soda can begin that downward spiral to overeating. So stay away from your trigger foods that make you eat more. Things like sugar-sweetened drinks, sweets, bread, baked goods, refined carbs of any kind. Tip number 6, keep a journal. We use food to block our feelings, but you can use words to block food. In fact, research shows that journaling is an excellent way to lose weight, and it's a great way to be honest with yourself and be accountable. Tip number 7, get sufficient sleep. Number 8, control your stress levels. And the last tip, tip number 9, is exercise the right way. See, the right kind of exercise can help you lose weight, help you maintain your weight loss, and it even controls your appetite so you don't overeat. So first, walk a minimum of 30 minutes every day. That's bare minimum. Wear a pedometer and set a goal of 10,000 steps a day. So I want you to stick to these 9 tips and you will lose weight every single time.
If we completely deprive ourselves of that, I get depressed. Like I get depressed eating like just healthy stuff. I like doing these things on my channel. Doing it as part of a planned job instead of going in my car and binging on fast food is way worse to me. Baby took me for my blood test today. Made me get up. like I'm a child. So BB is not having, he cooked today, cleaned. Thank you, BB. Took me for my blood work. So I wanted to talk about that today. I know you guys are waiting for story time. All right, guys. So this was really fun. I really enjoyed this meal and it was delicious and I don't feel sick after because it's pretty much all healthy food. And that's it. So I will see you tomorrow actually with another video. Hey guys, so today's video, we're going to be trying a meal subscription box, kind of like HelloFresh, but this is a Canadian one and it's called Good Food. So today I'm going to be making seared chicken breast with artichoke sauce and herbed orzo. And here it is, the finished result. That looks absolutely delicious. How are you? How are you? Hi, welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to try this. Let's see here. Get a piece of chicken, 2 pieces of artichoke, some orzo, beauty bite.
Can you, like, shut up? Say what?
Now the pricing depends on the plan you pick. It's all the information is on the website. But I'm not sponsored or anything, but I do have a referral link. So if you use my referral link, you're going to get $40 off of your first one. And not only that, I get 20% off. I mean $25 off of my next one. So if you're thinking of doing it and you want to be nice and use my referral code, yeah, I'll put it in the description bar. Just copy and paste it into your bar. Today's December 1st.
I really want to do something. I want to give back, you know. I'm going to look up charities. I love the idea of like making a Christmas basket and giving it to like a family here locally. I have to think of something nice to do for you guys too, because without you guys, seriously, without you, I am nothing. That reminds me of this weird movie I watched. It got such bad reviews. I think it got like 17% score on Rotten Tomatoes, which is really bad. Called The Fanatic. the kind of movies people will be like, why would you watch that?
Hey, Aaron.
Chocolate mousse.
I can't talk too long. I gotta poo.
I always skip over the romantic comedy section of Netflix, that's for sure. I like some. Like, my favorite ones are probably like Dumb and Dumber. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Hey, welcome back. Philly cheesesteak and some potatoes, fried potatoes with this like hot sauce. It's like a hot sauce mayo type of thing. Let's get to beauty bite. Cool, I want to update you guys. I left some community posts that were probably confusing. So I'm just going to talk about, like, I saw the doctor today. Now, it might be a bit gross because I'm going to be talking about drainage, but I won't go into detail and, like, you know, I recently had a total abdominal hysterectomy. And my incision is vertical, abdominal. It's pretty big from my belly button down to my
beauty bite.
So what happened was, I was getting ready to come to bed, and I bent down to plug in my charger. So then I'm sitting at the edge of my bed after I plug my phone in. All of a sudden, I hear, sounds like somebody's pouring like water on the carpet. Then I feel like I bent down to look, and more liquid came out. And I looked down, I felt all this hot liquid running down on my foot. I look, and there's like and this is kind of gross, so it's like a clearish, reddish color liquid, very thin and watery and hot. And I'm like, oh my God. And since I just had a hysterectomy, I'm panicking. I'm thinking, did I pee myself and like not know? Like not feel it? What's going on? And then when I saw the reddish color, and then I looked down, and there was a big puddle like this big of like the fluid on the ground. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm split open and like everything's gonna come out. So BB's sleeping. I'm like, babe. He's like, what? He's panicking. He gets up, comes, looks. I'm like, is it open? He's like, no, it's not. But there is fluid coming from it. And he's like, we're going to hospital. The ER doctor, he looks at it. Wow, it doesn't look that bad. You know, it doesn't look bad. There's no repair that needs to be done to it. It's not open. He tried explaining, you know, sometimes, like internally, there's a healing process that's taking place between the layers of tissue. And there's like a cavity that will form, and it will fill with fluid while your body's healing, and that fluid wants to come out. Now, I did find it weird that I did not have a JP drain, which is like a tube and a drain, like the fluid will have somewhere to drain. Because of my first surgery I did. He said it's kind of normal, like that does happen. Nothing to be too alarmed about. He's seen, you know, sometimes they open right up and the stuff needs to come out. He was a bit concerned about some redness around the wound, but it could be from the staples irritating, but he put me on antibiotics, which I have to take 4 times a day for 10 days. The nurse from my doctor's office, who did the surgery, she called me back last night, or yesterday afternoon, said, your doctor's not here, but the doctor that's part of the same team is here. He can see you, check out the incision, and we can take your staples out, because no matter what, the staples have to come out. So I got in today at 10. I get there. The nurse, before the doctor saw me, she explained that sometimes when we take the staples out, somebody with some extra fat tissue, like where the incision is, sometimes it will open. And that's not dangerous. It's nothing to be alarmed at. If that happens, they just pack it. They take the staples out, didn't hurt at all. She put a ton of steri strips, then a waterproof bandage thing, and then tape. We're driving home. I reach over to turn the heat down. Bam, I feel like I peed myself again, like all this hot liquid, which is called serous fluid. It's very normal. So, BB, it's poor BB. He's like, oh my God. We were just passing a pharmacy, pulled right in. Said, I'm going to call the nurse. She wanted me to call if there was anything. So I call her, and she says, it's okay. We want that to happen. If it needs to come out, it needs to come out. Go home and have a look at it. If it's wide open, or if it's even, like, if it's open, call me back. Get home. BB takes everything off. It looks fine, but there is a little, about, the opening, the hole was about the size of the head of a Q-tip. There was a hole like that, and it looked like just like the body was making a little hole to drain out. You know what I mean? So he just put a clean one on. There is still a little bit of drainage happening. I feel like that has to happen. There might be a little bit of an infection. I'm gonna monitor it.
I thought it was, I mean, I was so like, at first I thought it was like, this is a walk in the park. Like, this healing is easy. And when I got home, I just wanted to sleep. The sub can't hold his fluid in either. So I made a second channel. I'm working on the intro for it. I will always put a link in the description out to my other channel, Chantal Marie Vlogs. You know, and people will say, well, and I did say I wanted to keep my life private because people pick it apart, which is not always easy. But you know what? I'm becoming more and more desensitized with the amount of videos people have made about me. I mean, what's a few more, right? I mean, like, come on. So go ahead. You're welcome. Merry Christmas. If I want to talk about fluid drainage, I will. If I want to fart, I will. If it's not your thing, all you have to do is go wash your hair. So go ahead. You're welcome. Merry Christmas. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. Hey guys, hey guys, hey, how are you? How are you? I'm hyper and you're gonna get it. All right, so let's get to, no time to talk before I take a bite. Fries, McDonald's, beauty bite. Mac sauce. Oh yeah, better than dipping it in anything. All right, I got 2 Big Macs because one just isn't enough. Oh, the bun is soft. Ooh, beauty bite. I need a bit that says beauty bite or something because my hair gets in the way. Oh, by the way, once I'm healed and can go back to the gym, I was watching a girl. Oh shit, what's her name? Katia Eats Kilos, I think. Man, this girl is my inspiration. She's a foodie. She loves food, but she doesn't want to gain weight, right? So she lifts. She doesn't even really do cardio. She's just really muscular because the more muscle you have, the more your metabolism, you know, you can burn more calories just at rest. When I go to the gym, I love the weights part. I hate cardio. Like, hate it. So I'm going to do what she does. Like, honestly. I'm going to lift and eat. Seriously, I'm not going to do like food challenges and eat 10,000 calories, but not every day. That's the key. She only does it like, you know, I'm not going to do it like every day with kind of food. I didn't know I broke the law. So this is what happened. So there's 2 people I need to give names to. My friend watching this will know who I'm talking about. I was visiting a friend. We'll call her Katrina.
And I was visiting a friend. We were hanging out. We had this, I knew this like girl through my friend Katrina. She had a friend. Now you got to know that I was hanging out with her in my hometown. There's a bridge in my hometown. What is that? Oh, okay. That when you go over it, it's the bridge to upstate New York, Messina. But when you go over the bridge, in between the United States border and the Canadian border, there's a native reserve, okay? And our friend lived on the native reserve, and she had a dual citizenship because she's Native American Canadian, and we'll call her Jenna. Jenna, I, and Katrina used to party together because she was a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun. When Jenna would get like a boyfriend, she'd become very annoying, I guess, asking for stuff, like asking for a ride. And you gotta remember, every time you go over the bridge, you have to pay a toll, $3.25 or like $3.75 there and back, like each way. So my friend Katrina was just over it, you know. Her always like mooching rides and, can you come pick up me and my boyfriend? We're bored. Can you bring us McDonald's? Like that kind of thing. her most recent guy she met online, he was like living in like upstate New York, but like illegally, I think. He was like from somewhere from like the Caribbean, I think she told me. So I was one day at Katrina's and we were having some drinks. And what did I say her name was? Jenna? I can't even remember my fake names. I said Jenna. So Jenna messaged Katrina and was like, you know, can you, oh, I'm chilling with Chantal, you know, we're having some drinks. Oh my god, that sounds like fun. Can you come get us? No, I'm sorry. We didn't start drinking yet because I wouldn't have driven to go get Jenna yet. So we were planning on drinking that night, but we hadn't started yet. She's like, oh, we're going to have some drinks and hang out, whatever. She's like, oh, can we come, you know, and everything like that. And she was like, Katrina was like, well, I don't really feel like going all the way over there, you know, blah, blah, blah. My car's not doing great. So then she had asked Katrina to ask me. And I was like, whatever, you know. Plus I was like kind of curious to see what her newest boyfriend was like. So, and she offered to pay toll this time. So I go over and go pick them up on the reserve. Her boyfriend didn't say a word to me. Like it came off as kind of rude. Like you're just meeting somebody. You know, you could say hi. Somebody picking you up. But no. Now, I just assumed that her boyfriend had a passport or some ID to get back in Canada. Or to go into Canada, period. Because they check you really well at the border. And you can get in shit. You can get arrested or detained, whatever. Who would be that ballsy to attempt going over with nothing, right? Well, he sits in the back seat behind me. And she sits in the front. Now, they don't usually check her because she goes through a lot. And she has like that special pass. So we pull up. Right before we're about to go up to the border patrol guy, this guy in the back ducks down. And like right before that, Jenna was like, okay, babe, now. He ducks down under the seat. Now, he was really, really, really small. Luckily, he was small. And I was just like thinking, I was like, what's he doing, you know? And then it clicked into me that he wants to be smuggled across. I was so pissed. I was freaking out. It's like, it's going to be okay. They're not going to see him. We get up there. How you ladies doing? Grabs my ID, looks at it. Luckily, I swear, a guardian angel quickly glanced in the back. Didn't bother to really look into it. You know, sometimes they go in, check the back seats, they say pop the trunk. I would have been screwed. He didn't. He let us go. They're actually really friendly at the Canadian border, usually. Not so much the American border, that way. Man, it's like military. So once we get across, I was like quiet. Like, I didn't even want to be in her presence. Like, that was it for me. I didn't talk to her anymore, and I could see what Katrina meant by her. Like, how rude and disrespectful do you do? You don't do that to a friend. Like,
I would never do that to Rena.
You know, like, I could have got a criminal record. Like, oh man, I was mad. So it made for a really awkward evening because...
Second one. Oh my god, it's so saucy. Bitty, like... Whoa, that's really saucy.
Yeah, it made for an awkward evening because I was so pissed. Not only that, this guy...
is antisocial AF. Like, he sat at the table. And my friend is like a clean freak, like OCD. Okay? So, this guy had like dreadlocks. And when you have dreadlocks, anyone with dreadlocks can vouch for this. You need to maintain them. His weren't like beautiful Jamaican dreadlocks. They were like hippie who hasn't washed in 6 months dreadlocks, okay? They were nasty, they were dirty. And he's sitting at the table, her table, taking the elastics out with his like, and like combing the frizzy, like the dead hair out with his like 3-inch long, dirty nails. And all the hair is flying everywhere. I almost caught a criminal record to sit in the glory of your presence, inhaling your dead hair. No thanks. So are you guys excited for the holidays? I just want to get like better so I can do more like outside of the house. Like, you know, go places with Pete's and do vlogs. Like do fun holiday stuff. Because I can walk. And I feel so much lighter. Like inside with that thing gone. That mask on. So that bodybuilder woman, she divides her calories out over a weekly period. So the days that she does eating challenges, the other days it's like veggies and water. But no matter what you do, to be successful, you need discipline, right? And I don't have that. So this will be a good time to really keep that in the back of my mind. Like discipline. And knowing I'm going to be eating for a cause and not just to, like for my channel and for getting to a goal. And not not using it to feed an eating disorder.
When I talk to people about my research on self-awareness, one thing they always ask is how to deal with the delusional people in their lives. Of course, not all unaware people are equal. Sometimes they're amusing, other times they try our patience, and still other times they can be an endless source of stress and heartache. The first is what I call the lost cause. Now, because they already see themselves as close to perfect, lost causes don't listen to feedback, and it's usually pointless to give it. The second type are the aware don't care. If the lost causes have no self-knowledge and no motivation to acquire it, the aware don't care know the impact they're having, but they behave that way anyway. Why? They usually think their counterproductive and often borderline abusive behavior is helping them get what they want. And therein lies their delusion. But are there any delusional people that we can impact, at least to a degree? Enter the nudgeable. These people genuinely want to be better. They usually just don't know they need to change. And when feedback to them is delivered well, they can be surprisingly open to it. I believe that most unaware people are at least somewhat nudgeable. In Insight, I talk about strategies to confront the nudgeable with compassion and help them see themselves far more clearly.
I said thing can represent a satisfying moment, like quenching your thirst with a big thing of water. So what we have here is a huge, greasy ass pizza from Domino's. This is the Brooklyn pizza, extra cheese. It's greasy as hell. So Lord help us. And we got TMI story time. So let's give you a beauty bite. Beauty bite. Might be really hot. Okay, so I'm gonna do a story time. It's a TMI, so it's kind of gross in the sense that I had a one-nighter with a guy who shit the bed. So if that kind of thing really grosses you out, you're not gonna want to watch it. I hate these little cups. You can't get any ranch. Like, what the F?
Is this your bag?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's more than 3.4 ounces. You're gonna have to toss that. Or just drink it here.
So this happened at the same bar. I think it was called Barrigan's. That's the same bar where I went. I went home with the guy who was missing part of his finger and wanted to wear my bra in bed. Well, we went back to that bar. This is the story of a guy named Big Buck. He was a regular at that bar. People gave him that nickname. He was a really big guy. If I have to give you a visual of what he looked like as if Guy Fieri, if he had eaten those like Alice in Wonderland candy things that make you big. He was big and tall. We were like having some drinks at the bar, and I guess the bartender was like this crabby woman, middle-aged woman, had a crush on this Big Buck guy. The reason I went home, like the times that I went to that bar, I didn't want to sleep at my, like, if I didn't sleep at somebody else's house, like some dude's house, which I would never do that kind of thing today, okay? I was younger and dumber. I would have to stay with my friend and her boyfriend at her boyfriend's mom's house. I didn't want to hear them getting it on all night. You know what I'm saying? Especially not since she sounds like a screaming banshee. He came over to our table and was like, "You guys want a pitcher of beer?" And he sat down beside me. And I was like, "Oh, nice gesture, you know." And I was like, pretty tipsy, okay? A pitcher of beer did it, though. Like, drinking rum and cokes all night and then a pitcher of beer. Woo. So we're talking, hitting it off. He was very polite, very nice guy. Smelled real nice. Not really my type, but you know, I have an open mind, and open legs. I'm just joking. And he was like, "You know, do you want to come home with me tonight? I have a friend who will bring us. He hasn't been drinking." Out in the middle of nowhere, even further, we get to a place like a house. There's this guy watching TV,
and as when we come in, he's like, "Hey, Big Buck there! Hey, Big Buck! You got yourself a big catch! Get it, Big?" He's like really hyper. Sorry. The fart sounded worried. Probably knows what's coming later. Greasy food never feels as good coming out as it does going in. The guy on the couch reminded me and looked, it's uncanny, okay, the resemblance. Have you ever seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that weirdo in the van? Hyper like that too, like that's him.
So we go down, we went down to his basement. He had like a little room area there. We had a pretty good night. Fast forward. Eventually, we both pass out. So I'm sleeping, and I don't know, I think the sensation of moving my leg into something at the edge of the bed, my leg rolled into something wet, mushy, and cold. So I bolted awake, and I'm like, what is that, you know? Push the sheet aside. This guy shit the bed. Look, I get it, okay? I told a story where I went to hook up with these two people, and they gave me way too much to drink. Like, they kept giving me shots. Here, have another shot, have another beer. I ended up getting sick in their bathroom, and it's not my fault. I can't control what comes out of my body. You know? They had no towels, they had no toilet paper. So, I mean, that's what you get for giving me too much liquor, snobbing me, and then not having anything to clean up with. So, yeah. So, it was just gross that I had rolled my leg into it. So, I got up while he was still sleeping, had a shower. So, after the shower, I kind of, like, nudge him awake. I want him to go home. I'm like, I wake him up. Immediately, he's sick. He's in the bathroom the whole, like, time. He's like, it's okay. I'm going to be fine in a few minutes. Once I'm fine, we can do round 2. And I'm thinking, no, I'm not staying. Are you crazy? Like, how? I'm totally, like, turned off at this point. So, and I'm not feeling good. So I'm just like, I would really just rather go home. So he's like, go upstairs, ask Jeffrey to give you a ride. I don't want to go anywhere with him. Might end up wearing my skin. I'm like, are you Jeff? He's like, Jeffrey, yes, that's me. Like, still hyper the next morning, still watching friggin' TV. I'm like, does this guy, like, move or what? Anyway, I'm like, Buck said you can take me home. And he's like, yeah, sure, I'll get right on that. I can do that. You think I'm hyper? The whole way there, this guy's, like, on the steering wheel and the radio, like...
what's that band that... It was like that song, like, down on the corner. And he was, like, singing loud, like...
He turns to me. Hey, what do you think there? Can I have a try at you? And I'm, like, thinking, like, what do you mean have a try? You want to tell me a joke? You want to try to make me laugh? He's like, you and me, round 2. I'll pull over. Round 2? What? I was like, just because Buck got some, you think you're going to get some? What the hell's wrong with you? Well, I didn't want him to murder me, so I said, I'm kind of tired, so I think I'm just going to, you know, if you could just drop me off. I don't feel well. I'm going to be sick. And then, but then he's like, but if you felt good, you would have wanted to give it a try, wouldn't you? Yeah. So I was like, what do I say? You know, like, I didn't want to insult him, but, so I was like, yeah, I mean, why not? You're a good-looking guy. It wasn't his looks, he was crazy.
I'm rehashing these bad memories for you guys, okay?
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Hey guys, hey. How are you? How are you? Good morning. It is early morning, and I'm pretty hungry, so I couldn't sleep. Story of my life. So I thought I would have breakfast with you guys.
I want pancakes. Who wants some pancakes? Whipped butter, maple syrup. What?
Add some maple syrup to this. I've never had McToast and these, like, eggs. We're gonna see how it tastes. When I was a kid, I used to get the big breakfast with my mom. Bacon. So I want to talk to you guys about something. And I know some of you are going to be like, you have to be kidding me. I want to talk to you about it while I'm having a moment of clarity and self-awareness. I've made a decision that I'm going to get weight loss surgery. I've had several of my doctors want me to get it. And before you say you're not a good candidate because you have psychological issues, most people who get the surgery do. My 600-pound life, they all do. So I'm going to go to therapy.
But I'm going to be proactive and go to therapy myself first and try to get prepared, because I know that it can be very hard psychologically. I know a few people who are severe food addicts and whom have had the surgery and have lost a lot of weight. I've been in denial, and I know now, in this moment of clarity, that it was my eating disorder and my food addiction trying to con me into thinking that I can eat some of this and get a grip myself and control it. And I know that will never happen until I'm dead. A big part of me wants to keep eating and eating. I honestly feel like a bottomless pit lately. I don't know what it is. I don't get full. And I know a lot of work that I'm going to have. I know I'm going to have to lose some weight first, because I want to make sure you can manage that. But right now I just want to eat my favorite stuff, because I know there will come a point where I can't eat them. And it's not an aesthetic thing for me. It's not I hate myself because I hate how I look, that I'm fat and blah, blah, blah. For me, it's a health thing. You know, I have sleep apnea, mobility problems. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, I realize it's probably hard to take me seriously talking about this while I'm pigging out. I just feel like I don't have a chance without the surgery. So yeah, not now, because it's, like I said, it's a long time, but eventually. So anyways, guys, thanks for listening and having breakfast with me, and I'll see you in the next video.
So I'm going to tell you what I tell each and every one of my patients, because I think this is critical. First of all, bariatric surgery is not a cure for obesity. I wish it was, but it isn't. And what it is the most effective treatment that we have currently for obesity and the medical problems associated with obesity, such as diabetes. It's also not meant to be a replacement for lifestyle, nutrition, exercise. It's not like, oh, I don't have time for those things, and so I'm going to do surgery instead, or I can't do those things, so I'm going to do surgery instead. No. Surgery is meant to be done together with those things for you to become a healthier person overall, okay, and help you to achieve your goals. And I tell each and every one of my patients, the shape of your stomach is not as important as the shape of your mind.
7 hours later.
Hey guys, hey, how are you? Welcome back. I have for you today Burger King, my favorite. All right, guys, so I have today, let's get to. Oh man, I have the spicy chicken parmesan sandwich. This is the BK pulled pork sandwich. Beauty bite.
Can you, like, shut up? Say what?
I meant that you guys ain't talking. Cheesy Tots. They were $1 each. How am I supposed to give this up? Why can't this food be good for you? It's like, here, I'm going to give you all this food your body craves. It's hyper palatable. It's so pleasurable. Releases endorphins in your brain. But you can't have any. It's not going to, no, you can have some, but it's not good for you. Shake my head. So what I'm going to do, far away from having any kind of weight loss surgery, is I'm going to have a food bucket list. And once I start in on some therapy and starting the process, I'm going to try to get as healthy as I can on my own. I've decided
I'm going to delete my new channel.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Because what I'm going to do is do some vlogs and keep everything on one channel. I'll probably still be able to do food videos, but for a while you're on a liquid diet, right? So I'm going to be doing vlogs. You know me, I'm always reinventing myself, my channel.
So I was out today. I drove for the first time since my surgery. The way I have to set the settings on my driver's seat, it kind of rubs the steering wheel where the wound is, the incision is. But I don't have a choice because I have to go I have all kinds of appointments. Like I have to go every second day to a wound care clinic, which I went to the first time for today for my incision, and had a really nice nurse. He was a young guy.
I'm going to do a food bucket list. I'm going to make a list of things I want to eat and try before my final destination. And I say, no, I say, I'm doing my food bucket list. Why, you're judging me. You're judging me. They're all going to laugh at you. I do that. I do that. That was my tantrum. I said, I'm doing a food bucket list.
Yeah.
She mourns for traits all day long, and it's so pathetic.